In this video we visit the Scottish Vintage Bus Museum, located near Dunfermline in Scotland. You'll find the museum about 4 miles north of Dunfermline, and you can get to Dunfermline in about 35 minutes by train from Edinburgh. You could cycle to the museum on quiet country roads. But if you visit on one of the museum open days, you get to travel in a vintage bus from Dunfermline to the museum, and that's a really special experience. When I visited, I got to travel on this 1965 Bristol Ledecca. On the special open weekends, the place is a hive of activity. There are vintage buses driving all over the place. And you can actually flag them down just like a wheel bus, step aboard, and it will drive you around the site, and you can get to try out many different vehicles this way. At the open weekend, collectors of vintage buses come to display their vehicles at the museum, and you can wander around and look at these, and some of them are open for you to step inside and take a look around. The museum has a permanent collection housed in an exhibition hall, and this includes things that aren't buses, like a horse-drawn tram and a Trojan bubble car. The bus museum shares its site with a railway museum. The site was once the home of Royal Naval Store Depot Lathamond, and there was a railway network servicing it until the 1970s. The Lathamond Railway Museum has restored some of the railway, and you can take a ride on it. There are 2 different lines that you can ride on. A standard gauge line which has a diesel engine pulling along a brake van, and then there's some open carriages pulled along by a narrow gauge steam engine. I really enjoyed my visit to the Scottish Vintage Bus Museum. I'd recommend coming on the open weekend, usually held in August each year, as you get the opportunity of riding on dozens of different vintage buses. I mean, you don't usually get such an immersive experience in other transport museums, where you're just looking at the outside of vehicles. The other great thing is that it's not just buses here, there are the 2 railway lines you can ride on. Thanks for watching my video.